still in the middle of a story. And we had other people who also were live, who were trying to get the story, were still trying to share their story. But I think before the live even had come to an end, I had promised that today we were going to come back to the live. Do you remember that? I did say that those do, and oh, I didn't know. Okay, so guys, please refrain from using crying emojis, please, so that we don't get our life to be ended. And also remember, because the life ended just like that, and for me it was my first experience, I was like, no, I'm not gonna go live again, because what if it's another offense on top of another one? Because you know how TikTok can give you 3 chances. So which is why when it gave me an option to appeal, I appealed so that I can have that thing out of the way. I didn't want it to be a thing that is on my page, that I have a life that was ended because of violent whatever, you know. So but we are clear. So I was like, okay, I'm not gonna go back to the live again. And also I was tired, guys. We had been live for like almost 2 hours. We were live for almost 2 hours. I would have called you to come back if I had your numbers, but I was not gonna come back, you know, because of the circumstances. Girlie says I'm trying to request, but it says that you only accept requests from people that are following you. My sister, why are you not following me? Why are you not following me, my sister? You are here. You are not following. Why? What is the reason why you are not following? You want to request, you want to talk to us, you want to use our resources, but you don't want to follow the host. Why? Why? Why, my sister? Why? Why are you not following me? I could be on 2 million followers now, but you don't want to follow me. But you want to share your story. When I Kelly. Kelly? Kelly? Kelly, I'm not happy with you, Kelly. Kelly, how many times did I call your name? Kelly, wait. Okay, Kelly is still coming in, guys. So much. Thank you so much, darling. Lol, she reported herself. Imagine. I know she reported herself, but she's not the only one. But also, guys, like, on a serious note, it's not even that deep for me, you know. Kelly, my darling. It's not even. Kelly, Kelly.
Hi, Madam Speaker.
Why are you not following me?
Hello.
Why are you not following me, my sister?
I am following you on my other account.
Oh, okay.
I just created a fake account
now. Okay, my sorry, checkers. I didn't know when I typed you will say whash. I'm so sorry.
Okay, am I audible enough?
Yes, you are very audible, my love. Very audible.
Okay. Now my story goes like this. I'm in a relationship with my boyfriend. It has been 4 months. So in these 4 months, it was lovely for only 1 month. After he went through my phone and saw chat.
Kelly, sorry, my love. Sorry, Kelly, my love. Ne? Did you speak to my PR just today?
Yes, I spoke to her and she said I must join the live.
Oh, okay, good. Start the story from the beginning, my sister. Your story is it made me angry there. And I don't want to come in because I had Felicity who actually forwarded me the voice note. I want you to start it from the beginning. You have a boyfriend for 4 months.
Okay, now, so we were dating. Dating is like, it's 4 months now. Okay. So after he went through my phone, I was not aware that he's using my phone. Okay. He saw chats that I had with my ex-boyfriend. Mind you, when he saw these chats were like 6 months ago, and he was not part of my life by then. Then whatever that he saw that day, he is forever using that against me when we're having arguments. So it happened that yesterday he said to me that your vagina is loose. So when we have sex, he says the first round is only tight, then the rest become loose. I'm like, obvious. You sperm inside of me, and then I become wet. Your sperm leak, then it becomes loose. What do you expect? He's like, no, try to do something. Maybe do workouts, go to the gym so that it can be tight. I'm like, no, my brother, if you are tired of me, tell me so that I can stop forcing myself, or so that you can stop being in a relationship that you don't feel happy in. Then he was like, no, it was coming from a good place so that you can fix the problem and then we can have a fruitful relationship. But now I'm asking myself, how would it be fruitful after he said he doesn't enjoy sex with me? That time, the vagina is very integral in a relationship, like intercourse. It's very integral in a romantic relationship. And also, when we met, within 3 weeks of meeting sexually, he said to me he wants a baby. By then, I didn't understand that you don't know me properly, but then you want a baby now. Then I decided to prevent without him knowing. He also found out on the phone that I'm preventing, and I spoke that to my friend. Then he says he feels betrayed. I know how much he wants a baby, but then I went again and prevented. He's like, he wants to heal through me because he lost the second born daughter, like a year after she was born. So the second born daughter died after 9 months of her living. Then the another thing is that the mother of the second born daughter was a virgin when they met. So that girl didn't know any other man than him. They only started being intimate 2 years before the relationship ended. So whenever we are fighting, he'll forever compare me to that girl. Or now I once dated a virgin who didn't know different Baltazars like you. I'm like, then why are you still here? Because I do almost everything to show you that ke motho o mo sharp. Like there was this other time when he saw those texts on my WhatsApp, he became so aggressive, but then he didn't lay his hand on me. He just broke the door with his elbow. Then from there, I became scared. I was like, one day he's going to lay his hands on me. But then since then, he has never done that. He's emotionally abusive. But then the good side of him is that, yeah, now when he's happy in a good mood, you can see that you're loved. He does take care of me. There was a time whereby, like, I had an infection. It led to swollen lymph nodes. Ne? Then when like who find chichimbiri chitu chaonete, then chaviva, then he wore gloves and took it out. He nursed me and ensured that I healed. Then that thing showed me that if I were to be with him, that means he's gonna take care of me. That was 1 month into the relationship. Then from there, things started changing. Then whenever we argue, he will say nasty stuff. So he'll be very rude, very harsh. I know he's rude and harsh. He's always rude by his workplace and where he stays. He's so jealous to a point that when I'm at the commune where he stays and I'm cooking and there are some other male communes or male tenants there, he will become jealous and like, no, go wear something to cover your bum or to cover your body. I don't want them to see how you look. I'm like, but then when you're not around, they see me walking around. Why are you this insecure? Then he's like, no, I don't want men here to get used to you. Like, you're no longer going to be valuable to me if it's like that. One day they're going to come to the bedroom and want to fuck you. Then I was like, this thing behavior. So now it's been around, I can say it's now 24 hours of us not talking because I decided, oh, let me just give myself time. Then if I can live without speaking to him, that means I can also live without his presence. So currently, like, I sometimes miss him and feel like I can break the silence and just text him and try to fix it. But then I think, or if I try to fix, that means the argument will still come again and he will raise the fact that he went through my phone and we're gonna fight about that again. So that the other one says give him a chance, the other one says leave.
Okay, so because unaledi peluche pedi ne, the one that says give him a chance, are you giving him a chance because he once took care of you when you had a boil and he squeezed it out?
I felt like he does show me love when he's happy, but then the part that's making me scared is when he's angry.
How does he show you love when he's happy? Like, what does he do?
Okay, when he's happy, he takes me out on dates. We just make a road trip and travel around. He takes me places. Yeah, he just treats me well. And he recently told his parents about me, that he's dating me. So he said to me, oh, how come can I want to break up with you while I just introduced you to my parents?
Kana, you said this person has how many babies does he have?
He has one baby who's alive. She's 3 years, and the one is dead.
Okay, and with the ones that he had dated before you, the one with the baby who passed away, and the other one, did he introduce them? Do you know if he ever introduced them to the parents and all of that stuff?
Yes, the second baby mama was there by the home when she was pregnant. She was taken care of until she gave birth. The child only died when she went to the mother's side.
Okay. So the reason why I'm asking these things is because I'm trying to understand, or what makes you think that there's anything special about you being introduced, and why are you being introduced so early into the relationship, like 4 months? You guys barely know each other, and you are supposed to be.
Come again.
Eh? Hmm? Can I repeat myself?
Yes, please repeat.
Okay, let's start here. What is the longest relationship you've ever been in, Wena?
Okay, now I started being intimate in 2021.
Okay.
And that was the first time I was in a relationship. It lasted 1 year, 2 months. It only ended after the father of the guy was unhappy that I am a baby woman. He was looking for a vendor, Makoti. Then the guy was like, I can't disrespect my father. Let's end the relationship. Then it ended like that. Then it took me 2 years to heal until I met this one.
So this guy is your second boyfriend? Can you see the comments? Can you see the questions that people are asking you in the comments? Can you see them? Hey, Kelly. Can you see the things that people are asking you in the comments? Okay, based, guys, I'm going to answer you in the meantime now, because Gelly did share the story privately with my PR. Gelly is 24 and the guy is 29. So she's very young. She's very, very young. Who do we have here? We have Ongi. Ongi? Ongi, my darling.
Hello.
Did you want to say something to Gelly?
Well, I have something similar to her, but not really similar because.
Is it your
for
own
me,
story? It's your story?
Yeah.
Okay, if it's your story, then it's fine. You can just keep it there for now. Let's just deal with Gelly's story, wrap it up, and then we'll move to yours, ne?
Okay.
Okay, cool. Yo, guys, I have a lot to say, but I wanted to ask Gelly a few questions before we can go in. If there's anybody who wants to say anything to her, because I know that she's still gonna watch this story. I know that she's gonna see it, even if it's afterwards. If there's anything you wanna say to her, please do say something. As for me, I have a lot to say, but I wanted to ask her a few questions before I can even say anything to her. Sinky? Hi, Sinky. Sinky going once? Sinky way. Okay, let's see who else do we have here. We've got Taurai. We've got Eva. We've got Mukuni Pulani. Oh, women are going mad now. Women are crazy, are angry. Talk to us, my sisters. Talk to us. Your younger sister is listening in the comments.
Good evening.
Good evening, darling. How are you?
Oh, I'm not okay. I'm not okay. I am not okay.
Yeah.
Why is it that we women are staying in such relationships? What is wrong with us women that makes us settle for less? Why is it that we women don't love ourselves as much as these men love themselves? You know, banna, when they say they want something, they will go for it. And if they decide they don't want something, they leave.
Yeah.
Mara, wena as a woman, you will choose to stay in a relationship whereby you get 1% happiness. I mean, here's a guy who is bringing you down. I mean, if a guy says, well, now your vagina is not satisfying me or your vagina is too loose, he's working on your self-esteem. This person is degrading you.
4 months into the relationship,
Every
my
time
sister.
you...
4 months into the... What type of relationship is this that in 4 months, somebody has already told you about your big vagina? 4 months.
4 months. And when don't you ask yourself, if you're saying your vagina is big, what about his machine? Isn't his machine too small for you?
Exactly. I can't see Kelly,
Can
guys.
we learn to love ourselves, guys? Can we learn to love ourselves as women? And you know what's the saddest part about we as women, Madam Speaker? The fact that when a woman says, I have doubts, you must know that that woman will not leave that relationship. They won't leave that relationship. That's the saddest part about us women. When you say, but I love him. Forget.
Guys, Mara, tell me when I've never in my entire life had a guy telling me that my vagina is big, and I've been dating for 20 years now. You understand what I'm saying? So if somebody says your vagina is big 4 months into the relationship, what's gonna happen a year into that relationship? What's gonna happen 2 years into that relationship? If in
And
a 4
imagine
months
you are
of
still going to
relationship,
deliver.
4 months of relationship, in 4 months of relationship, a guy has already broken a door with his elbow because he was angry at you. 4 months into the relationship, what's gonna happen 4 years into the relationship?
And this guy still wants you to give him a baby. And your vagina is still gonna be stretched after that delivery. It means after delivery, when according to him.
I can't see Gaily, guys. Gaily, please comment so that I can pick you up.
Guys.
Comment so that I can pick you up and add you back so that you can, because I have a few questions to ask her. But guys, I think at this point, this one, especially us here, if you are, oh, there's Gaily. Wait, let me add her. A lot of us who are here, if you are 30 years and above, I need you to look inside of yourself. I need us to internalize this thing. I need us to internalize it in a sense that we need to understand the amount of work that we are not doing enough in terms of educating our younger sisters about self-love. There's a gap that we need to stand on right now because we are dealing with a child here. We're not dealing with a 40-year-old or that mama, that 50-year-old mama who came to share her story on my podcast. We are dealing with a child. So that means that this child, we can still help her now while it's still early now. So where do we start? Where do we start? Because we are talking on a daily, but remember, I think on a daily, because we talk to people who are older, we talk to people who are saying they've already yesterday we were talking to somebody who was saying that they've been in a relationship for the husband had 13 babies outside. That's an older person. We are talking healing from the consequences of staying in that long relationship. Now we're dealing with a child who's coming in and already she's got all of these all this big void that she's about to get into the same and walk on the same directions that we've walked in that have broken us and that took years for us to actually heal. Let's just give her a chance because Kelly is back, ne, guys. Kelly?
Okay.
Hello, Madam Speaker and listeners. Sorry, my phone is very slow. That's why it ended the first request.
Okay. Okay, so I want to ask you a few questions, ne, Kelly? And we've got
Yes.
oh, they were asking Uri. I wanted to confirm the age because I did tell them the age, but I want you to confirm the age is 24 and 29, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I'm 24, he's 29.
Okay, and this is your second serious relationship, if I may put it that way.
Yes, it's the second one.
Okay, so now when you compare, I know you're not allowed, you're not supposed to compare people because you are saying, or your previous boyfriend, the reason why you guys broke up is because the family was not approving of you. But when you check the things or how he used to treat you compared to this one, are there any similarities? Because I'm trying to understand where are you getting this thing of actually tolerating such bizarre things.
Okay. There are similarities in the way that they are both manipulative, I can say. Because even the first one wasn't taking accountability. He would just always point fault that it's you who are causing this. I went to cheat because you did this. Stuff like that.
Hey. And Hashem, you love vendor men, yes? And I don't want to say anything bad about vendor men because they're my brothers. I'm also very vendor. Ne? I don't know. What is it that you love about vendor men, my sister? You are very passionate. You are even speaking the language. You are even talking, sending us a voice note. What are you doing there? Why are you going to handle that big pot? You know that big pot which is there by TDL second? They're in vendor.
Yes, I've been there to vendor.
What is it with vendor men? What is it with them? What is it? What is it?
I just love the vendor tribe, and I'm like, if only I can get a vendor husband, it would be a win for me.
It's not a win, my sister. As you can see so far, you are not doing a good job in picking these vendor men that you are picking. Yes, there are very good vendor men out there, but the ones that you are picking are not the ones. And they're already setting a trend now. They're not representing us very well. You need to be passionate about other things now, not mirroring a vendor man.
Okay, I hear you.
The reason why I was asking, or what is it with vendor men, I wanted to hear, or maybe do you have, you know, is there a couple where the man is vendor that you saw somebody who inspires you, the relationship was good and all of that stuff, or maybe you had a vendor father who ran away? Like, I'm trying to figure out, or what is this thing with you and wanting to be married to a vendor man, because so far your experience with vendor men is horrible. Because you could be overlooking love from another guy from another tribe, yes, but just because they're not vendor, you are out here being abused by a vendor man.
Please repeat your question again.
I don't even remember how I structured my question, but what I want to understand is, you are very passionate about finding a vendor man and being married to a vendor man. But so far, the vendor men that you've been picking are not the good ones. In fact, they are doing bad PR for vendor people, the men that you are picking. So I wanted to understand, where does your passion of being married to a vendor man come from? Because you could really miss love from somebody who actually loves you, who's not even vendor. Because the reasons why, I want to understand the reason why you think, when if you get a vendor man, you will be very happy, because so far the ones you are dating are terrible people. There could be a petty guy somewhere, or Tonga guy somewhere, or Ndebele guy somewhere who could really love you properly. But because when your focus is on the tribe, for some reason, I don't know why, maybe it's a sign from God, or stay away from them, because even when you are passionate about finding a vendor man, the ones you are finding are terrible. What is it with vendor men?
I think I can say that the fact that I was once there as a visitor without having a boyfriend, and how I experienced the environment, it drew to me that interest of being here full time as a Makoti.
Okay, I hear you. You know what I think maybe you can look into, ne? We're still gonna get into the details like of your story. But what you can look into is maybe getting a vendor best friend. Yeah, get a vendor friend that you can even go and visit home with. I've got a younger sister who is almost your age. You can be friends with her, you can come to my house, but there's no brother that's gonna marry you there. If you just love, because I grew up loving Xhosa, you understand? I think in some of my videos, from time to time, I'd always throw a Xhosa word or Xhosa whatever here and there. But that didn't really drive me to say, now I must get a Xhosa husband, because I love the language, I love how fast the women are and everything. I told myself, for where love leads me, I will go, regardless of the race, regardless of the tribe. You get what I mean? But now I want us to bring it back a bit. I want us to come back to you and the things that are wrong with you. I don't know, maybe wrong is not the right word to use, but things with you that make you tolerate such, and somewhere, somehow overlook these terrible things that this man is saying to you, and still see love beyond that. My sister, let me tell you something. When I get you, you are the same age as my younger sister. Ne? Ne, Geline? Are you listening to me?
Yes.
And I am 37 years old. In my 37 years of living, I've been married once. Ne? Are you hearing me? I've got 2 children who are alive, and never in my entire 20 years of dating experience have I ever had a guy laying a hand on me or a guy telling me that my coochie is big. Never in my entire experience, ever. I've dated people who are older than me. I've dated people who are younger than me. I've dated people who are my age. I have never been disrespected like that. So what is disturbing me with your story is how the most derogatory thing that a person can say to you in the face of the earth, you are still sitting here and questioning whether you must stay with a guy like that or not. Literally, the fact that you are willing to even debate whether you must stay or go with a guy who has sworn at you with something that many of us who are your older sisters, some of us are even old enough to be your mothers, we have never heard the words that guy said to you at your tender age.
Yes.
That is the worst thing. I cannot imagine anything worse that a person can say to you than what that guy said to you. And I truly fail to understand, Ori, how do you find love? How do you feel love beyond that for somebody who says to you, your coochie is big? Do something about it. Exercise it for it to shrink. Where in your heart of hearts do you find love for somebody who says something like that to you?
Okay, what I'm finding, ever since I've opened up and spoken to you and the comments, I can see that actually what I'm currently doing of trying to detach to him is the correct thing to do. As I don't know, lie, I think I have gotten used to his manipulation tactics, because when he used to say other harsh stuffs before, I would just brush them off and just leave them. But then that one yesterday hurt me to the most, that I ended up insulting him with his dead daughter. I'm like, the fact that you can't find her grave, that thing is driving you crazy. That is why you are so rude. At least the child didn't live long enough to get to the father's rudeness. Then that for me, I think it hit where it hurts the most, because he blocked me for the first time ever. Then when he was down, he came back to me and said, I said everything that I said out of love, but you decided to choose war. He's like, I want us to come up with a solution so that if your vagina has a problem, you can fix it. Then if it's my problem, I can enlarge my penis. Then I was like, are you serious? Are you even hearing yourself?
Okay,
Then
my
I
sister,
decided
I know you don't have a lot of experience when it comes to different penis sizes, now, because you don't have a lot of experience in dating. But in your own observation, does he have a big penis, or does he have a small penis, or does he have a normal size penis?
Compared to the one that I experienced before, his one is smaller.
So your partner is suffering from something we call small dick syndrome. And in most cases, in your entire dating life, guys, I'm talking to old people and young people, everybody who's watching here, listen to me. Usually, people who will tell you about your vagina size, you must look at their penis. I am not big on having a big dick or a small dick or what. Me, not personally. I don't care the size of a guy's penis. I believe if you know how to use it, it's fine. But once a guy makes comments about your vagina, in most cases, it always goes hand in hand with a very small penis. And that person has got small dick syndrome. And the only way to conquer you is to put you down and make you feel like you are small. So when you should have told him, when I use the small also. And those people who are like that, they are usually always chasing after virgins, people who don't have other experiences of somewhere else. But I can tell you now, this guy came in a relationship ready to defend and to build a wall to destroy you and your confidence to the core, so that you will never ever remember or compare his small penis with anybody else. So the problem is not your big pussy, as he's saying, or your hole is too big. It's not that. Okay? Even his penis, small as it is, it's not a problem. The problem is the syndrome. The problem is the confidence that it does not have. And such people will always use other people to try and make themselves feel better. And right now, my sister Gaily, 4 months into a relationship, you are already taking the punches of somebody who's got a void in them because of their own small dick syndrome. And you cannot tell me about love. Men with the small penis, they are sharp on the tongue. I don't want to lie, guys, and please don't catch smoke. Don't. It's not personal. I'm just saying. For me, literally, once a guy says to me, "Oh, yo kuku ya kenyani or kuku ya whole," I already know. Beret. Ntlhana ya beret. You know ntlhana ya beret?
Aye.
You don't know ntlhana ya beret? You don't know a beret?
Yeah. Okay, I know it. Sorry.
So my sister, let me tell you, your vagina stretches so much that a baby can come out of it and it goes back to its size. Nobody must ever tell you you've got a big coochie ever in your life. My sister, you are too young. My sister, this thing is going to destroy you if you let this guy, if you let it get inside your head, you are destroyed. Because you'll be going out there. There are women who are busy putting things in their vaginas today. They are putting things that they call separate le pencil. People are busy trying to make their vaginas smaller and smaller and smaller every day because they were told they've got a big coochie. And imagine, Mina at my age, no guy would dare tell me that I've got a big coochie because I know I don't have one. I don't have a big coochie. And my confidence is on 100. There's absolutely nothing that anybody can say to me that can destroy my confidence. And when you are too young, imagine you are only entering the dating game. This is your experience. Your confidence is destroyed for the rest of your life. Now you're going to go out there trying to sleep with every guy so that you get a guy who actually tells you that your coochie is tight. Now you're going to go out there just giving yourself to people because you feel like you owe them a favor because they said your coochie is big. My sister, that guy is a lesson. That guy is a lesson that you had to learn at a young age.
Everything that you said.
That guy is a lesson that you had to learn at a young age. You research people actually
and
do
I don't
exist.
want to lie. And I don't want to lie that you're showing me that I'm on the right track. I shouldn't withdraw. Because definitely I'm going to be destroyed in this relationship if I carry on. Because already my confidence currently, as we speak, is low. That is why I didn't even bother greeting like I used to greet before. So I'll just let the relationship go and focus my energy elsewhere. And for people who didn't know, I am a student and it's my final year. So, yeah, I will definitely leave the relationship. I'm still under 30. I might still find a guy who would see me valuable and not complain about having a big coochie. So yeah, thank you very much for the wise words and for the insults. But then thank you very much for the platform. It really made me gain more confidence and look myself in a different way. I do appreciate followers and your advice, Madam Speaker. Thank you very much.
One last thing that I want to say to you in closing, then maybe somebody else will want to say something to you, but now I want to say this to you, Jorge. You lived 23 years. You were a confident girl, and you knew yourself to be beautiful, to be smart. You are in school, and then somebody comes for 4 months into your life, and they destroy something that was created over a period of 23 years. Apimus, this person, you've taken him and you've made him your God. So what I'm trying to say to you is you cannot allow somebody to walk in your life when they found you as a fully grown woman with just one word, destroy you, and you believe that. Auna confidence yetlo luziwang mo. Auna self-esteem yetlo yang fast mo. Are we clear, my sister?
Yes, I heard everything you're saying.
Okay. Is there anybody else who wants? I know already. Yes.
I'm 17 and I need to go. So
yes,
I just also need to give a few words. Okay. You're old enough to be my daughter. I'm 46. And you are still very young. Like what Madam said. Usasemncane, you are very young. Don't let someone come and kill your self-esteem. These men generally are selfish. They will want to kill that star in you so that they can take control of you. It will only get worse. It can never get better. Him saying your coochie is big, it's because he's worried about his own thing that is small. I think our African culture has taught us ladies could sing as stand. We should accept whatever men say, and your self-esteem is going down. Like in my culture, there's that thing of pulling the lips of your vagina. I've told my relatives and my friends, if anyone says to my daughters, because when we growing up, an aunt or ugogo will say, do you have number 11? Pull those things so that you can keep a man. Why should I pull my things to keep a man? What is that man doing to keep me? So, I mean, I saw it as abuse. A lot of people don't agree with me, like in Zimbabwe. But I told them, if I find anyone that will say to my daughters, go and pull your lips so that you keep your lips, I will report you to the police. These men are selfish. So if you are very young, any relationship that you're going to go in, if you go in there and show your star, show them that you are not that type to be abused, they will not. They will keep boundaries. And it's a very good thing you're in varsity. You are empowered. There's one video I was watching of one Nigerian lady that was saying, we need to empower ourselves. Yeah, and even when you're in a relationship that is abusive, make a plan, a getaway plan. And people are asking, good, Kanja, empower yourself, fundisa abantwana bakho, like your children as they are growing, what to expect. And also, we've got sons. We need to teach them on how to treat women. I've got a boy and 2 girls. They all do just choice. When I was growing up, my father didn't allow my brother to make his bed. We had to make his bed. And that's teaching your son what you are above the girls. And us, we are what? We are underneath. So when I get married, then I can accept anything. So, Gelly, take all advice. Yeah, well, I'm very passionate about this. You can hear me, I'm like actually upset.
Yeah.
I've got a very big passion about this. So let's empower ourselves, let's empower young girls, let's empower our boys on how to be men, on how to treat women. Yeah, that's all. Thank you so much, Madam Speaker. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thank you very much. We appreciate your input, Mama. We really, really do appreciate you. Yeah, we will move. Do we have anybody else who wants to say something to Gaily? Because we still have Ongi down there who has her own story to share. Sinki? And Sinki has been here for a while, but has not spoken. Hi, Sinki.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Sinki.
How are you doing,
Thanks,
guys?
how are you?
I'm doing well.
Do you want to talk to Gaily?
Yeah, I'm listening. Yes, I just want to comment on the story that she was sharing. I think we still have a very long way to go because I think in as much as we can preach self-love, but I feel like it takes a lot for one to get to that point to say, you know what, this and that is not for me. Because I've realized that even personally for myself, I can be able to advise someone to say, don't do this, don't do that. But at the end of the day, when you are in that space or you are feeling those shoes, it's very difficult to say, you know what, I'm taking this decision. Most of the time as women, maybe we'll see the red flags in the beginning, but at the end of the day, try to give the relationship a chance. I don't know if we are thinking the situation will change, which actually never does in most cases. So, and we really still need to understand, because this for me is still a mystery. I always ask myself why women still remain in this relationship, regardless of the sign, regardless of the treatment, but we still remain. For what reason?
Yeah.
I still don't know, and I still don't understand. So I think we still have a very long way to go in terms of
I think
actually loving ourselves.
what we need to do, ne, which is what I had said earlier on while Geli was still away because of the network, was that there's a lot of work that we still need to do when it comes to teaching our girl children self-love. Because I do believe that self-love really teaches you boundaries, and there are certain things that your instinct, you know, you will not ignore it, because her instinct, I do believe that it told her that this cannot be it. Because remember, sometimes the reason why young girls stay in such situations is because they think that this is a norm. There are other people who have been through similar situations. So as I'm saying to Gailey, that in my 37 years of living, I've never had a guy saying to me, my coochie is big. Then that raises an alarm to say, oh, that means that this is not a right thing to say to a woman. So that means that there's a lot of work that we need to do, and we should not be doing corrective measures. We should be doing preventative measures, meaning that let's prevent our children from getting to a point where they need to start questioning whether what is being done to them is tolerable or not. Meaning that we need to do more work when it comes to in equipping our children, that they love themselves so much that whenever disrespect comes their way, whenever danger comes their way, they don't have to ask for second opinion before they leave. They can actually leave, and then they come back and they say, hey, story time, this is what actually happened to me. We need to teach our children to listen to their instinct and not think it is some sort of confusion or some two hearts. Because in most cases, when you get to a point where you are not sure whether to leave or to stay, then you must know that the one that is the right thing to do is actually to leave, but you are deceiving yourself because you are suppressing that voice in you. So we need to get to a point where, in as much as us as the older generation, we are learning, we are relearning, we are unlearning, we are detoxing, and we are removing a lot of things so that we can be better people. But at the same time, I feel like let's not leave our girl children behind. Let us educate them as we are going so that they understand that as a woman, you should be respected, and as a woman, you are good enough. As my child, as my daughter, you are good enough as you are. Even if you become successful and you never get a husband, listen, you are complete. You are not a half that needs another half for you to be complete. You need to understand that the love that you are getting from us as your parents, it's enough. You need to understand that the accomplishments that you're going to have as a girl child without having a man, it's enough. You know, you are self-sufficient so much that when they try to date, they try to get into relationships and they face such things, I do believe that if Gailey was equipped, she would have left this relationship before she even got to a point where she's being told that her coochie is big. I don't know if you get what I mean.
Exactly, Madam Speaker, exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of work to do. I think this should be a wake-up call to us as well. It's a wake-up call to say, let's do better. Let's educate our girl children and the boys as well, you know, to say this is how you respect a woman. Because, I mean, this guy was never, this is now me being the devil's advocate. This guy was never taught how to actually deal with his problem of having a small dick. He was never taught how to defend himself, how to actually be in relationships, how to make relationships work, even when you've got a penis this small. So because he was never taught that, because we never took the time as the parent to teach the boy child to say, when you've got a small dick, you are still good enough. You understand? You still have to find somebody who will love you with it. So what they do is they now start developing coping mechanisms, and with coping mechanisms you have to make everybody around you your enemy. The people that are supposed to be close to you, that you're supposed to love, you're gonna make them your enemy so that you can protect yourself. So there's a lot of work. Yes, somebody here, Balo, is saying that he's so insecure. Yes, so when it comes to the insecurities that both the girl child and the boy child have, we need to be the ones that actually do the work to make sure that we destroy the insecurities completely, so that they don't end up having to now project those insecurities on other children. So you get what I mean? We still have
Exactly.
we still have 8 people who are on the line waiting to join in. But thank you so much, Sinki, my love. I appreciate your input. I don't know if Eva, I think you're coming in for the second time. I don't know if you want to say something to Gelly, or you want to share a different story altogether. Because after Eva, I think we're gonna move to Ongi, because Ongi also wants to share a story of her own. Okay, I'm gonna try and unmute Eva. If it's not working, then unfortunately we're gonna have to move on.
Oh no, it's okay. It's okay, Madam Speaker. I think I just wanted to advise a girlie. I've said it. It's fine.
Where did you say it? You spoke already, ne?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much, my love. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you, Sinki. I'm going to let go of Kelly. I'm going to let go of Eva. I'm going to let go of Sinki so that we can create room for Ongi to share her story and for people to come in and Paula on her story. Ongi, the floor is yours, my love.
Hi, everyone.
And for the people who are coming in, sorry, Ongi, for the people who are coming in, if you still want to say something relating to stories, Sageli, you're more than welcome, okay? You're not limited to only talking about whatever that Ongi is going to be sharing. If you want to say something about our previous caller, you're more than welcome to do that. But let's just give this caller a chance to speak and then let's get straight into it. Talk to us, my love.
Hi. So, I'm a mother of two boys, and I'm 39.
Okay.
Okay. I've been married before then. I left the marriage due to abuse. I nearly died in that abuse
Okay.
marriage. And then afterwards, trying to heal myself, I met someone, and the terms were, I just don't want anyone to lay hands on me. That's the only thing I asked for, because the trauma was still there. I met this guy, and unfortunately, in 2 years in the relationship, or 1.5 years actually in the relationship, he put his hands on me. Now, I don't know how to, because I'm a person that I fight for myself. And when I mean I fight for myself, I gotten to a point where in my marriage, I learned how to be defensive. I don't know if it makes sense.
Yeah.
And it can be physical and it can be emotional as well. That's how ready I am to block anything.
Yeah.
So when that happened, that guy, the one after the marriage, because there's two guys, well, there's three, but I'm not counting my marriage in it, but there's three guys. So that guy, when he did that, so unfortunately, there's things that he was doing out of his work which he was not supposed to do. And I can't hate him because he's a big man. So the only thing I did was to call his boss, and I told the boss what he was doing. Basically, he would get 500,000 every month by different people.
Okay.
And like he would sell the tenders. Yes. And so he got fired over that, and his life went to a downfall. Felt bad afterwards, because I even stayed after that. I think it was just me feeling bad of the decision that I've made. But for me, and because I go to a therapist, she said because he triggered something in you that you told him about that he must not do. Now comes this one, because I left that guy afterwards. Comes this guy that I've met, the worst of them all, because it is, I think people will usually say, I'm old, I'm 39, I know what is right and wrong, when you should go and all that. I think the only thing I'm happy about myself is that I know when, like there's a point where I have to go, because I'm being drained every time. This guy, I met him, and I will share the story on the platform, because it's so fresh and it's irritating me right now. It's giving me anxiety to the core. This guy I met in 2024. Yes, I met him in 2024. 3 months in the relationship, stupid I, I got pregnant, right? And then he's like, no, please have an abortion because, we just met. Trust me. It's the wrong thing to do. But when I look at the character, because this guy, I will tell you this, the image is imaging, meaning the car, the height, the clothes. He took me out and everything, and only to find out the behind the scenes, it's there's nothing like that. So it's one of those, I dress nice, but where I stay, it's not, you can't find it in me.
meaning that what he looks like, when you go back to his background, his home, and all that, it's a no-no. It's like those girls that wear miniskirts and then you think they have the car and all that, only to find out, shame, they're still living with their mommy. That kind of a thing, but he's a man. I don't know if it makes sense.
Yeah.
The guy is such a narcissist that, number one, when he was telling me this, when the abortion story came, because I said no, I did my own research. Apparently, he's a priest in the church area Saturday. Yeah, he's a priest.
Is it one of those
a
churches
bishop.
where he's not supposed to have a wife or a child and all of that stuff?
I don't know. I don't even know exactly what goes on, but I know the name of the church. I don't know how, because it's one of those churches that are not too famous or known, but it's a Saturday church. He's Xhosa, he's a bishop,
Okay.
and somebody in their church, meaning the branches of their church, was like, girl, this guy will date anyone, and he targets mostly people in social media. So if you're a cisgender or who has it together, he will suck your blood out. And should it happen that now you're getting too close to him, he'll leave you just like that. I called this, and then she's like, I'm going to give you the sister's number so you can sort this baby thing out. I'm like, you know what, let me just WhatsApp the sister. I WhatsApp the sister, and then the sister's like, I think you two must just sort it out. Fine. He came back to me humbled because he saw that I'm acting now on this nonsense that he's telling me. He comes back like, no, please don't do it, wada wada. And I'm like, you know what? I just met you, and based on all the stories that I heard, I'd rather do the abortion. I did it. Fine.
Okay.
Stupid I went back. Now
You went back to the guy.
I went back to the guy in 2023. 2024. I went back after the abortion nonsense. Went back. Stupid I. I'm a lawyer. There's girls still WhatsApping about media. I mean, there's a lot of girls in TikTok that I know that are talking to that guy as well.
Yeah.
Sponsoring the holidays and all that. Now, after that, he's like to me in 2024, no, I want us to have a family. You know, he was acting right, but not acting right. Like he has a double life, even a triple life, because even the church thing, even now he doesn't know that I know that he's a bishop. I don't know nothing about that guy. Like ungidonsile, wangidonsa, wangivuva. And guess what? You know what I did this year? Because he was draining me. I literally went into depression. That's how I went back to my therapist. Because number one, okay, akasakhipha ama-dates, maruhamba nabanye abantu. Okay is just a narcissist saying bad things with everything is my fault and all that. And I planned to let me just say that I'm pregnant and see his reaction. Guess what? Unblocked. So I'm thinking, if I was really if I was pregnant, I'll be also another, like, stressed out and all of that. And now I don't know if I should tell his church about what he's doing and know how he works as well in a media platform.
My sister, when you are dangerous.
I'm very dangerous.
But I love it for you, but you are dangerous. You understand how dangerous you are? You already know.
I know. Because you cannot, I hear people saying we need power and all that, but I feel like my power is me fighting like that. I cannot sit in a corner and cry and say, Kuza, everything's going to be fine. And while somebody, you see, there's a difference when a person doesn't love you, but they tried their best to love you. This one, he was laying them. Every woman, including myself, we are all his yo-yos.
But can I be the devil's advocate? I'm not saying you shouldn't do whatever you want to do to get even. Me and my sister, when I'm out to get even, I grow horns, so I'm not gonna judge you. Mara, I wanna be the devil's advocate, even in me saying I won't judge you for being a devil. Let me be the devil's advocate again. My sister, you availed yourself for the nonsense. You understand what I mean? You made yourself available. You were like, my dear, you are the artist. You want to perform for me. Me, I'm the audience. I will sit and watch you perform. Because had you gotten up and left, he would not have nobody to perform to. Then you wouldn't have to be here out here being the devil. Now you have to be devil all over again because you had to sit through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, why? No, stop doing that, my sister. Stop being available for such things because now.
No, I'm not available anymore. But the thing is, the tongue. It's like in an emotional abuse and physical abuse. Only like I think somebody said that when you're on the other hand, on the other side, it's easier to give advice. But when the shoe fits, it's something else. So I'm saying the tongue that guy had. Or maybe it's the church as well. We don't know. Maybe they use a cult. We don't know. It was so sweet.
Oh, okay.
It was so sweet that's why I'm saying that guy has many women. I'm sure some of them are even in this platform. The way there are so many.
Okay.
You understand? His tongue is sweet. I will not blame anyone. But for me to be like, when I see who you are, I can see right through you. Because I think out of all the girls he has ever done this with, I'm the first one to ever stayed for so long with him. Because I tell him nonsense as it is. You understand? And apparently not even apparently, he was married, and one of the ladies that told me, that gave me the sister's number, said he was only married for 5 months. So you can imagine the poor woman or the ex-wife that left that got married for 5 months. What the heck was going inside that household?
Well, first of all, sisterhood is proud of you. My sister is proud of you because you don't wait for vengeance to be for the Lord. Vengeance is yours, my sister. So sisterhood is proud of you. But at the same time, that one of saying is a sweet tongue is not an excuse, my sister. How did other people that he's been with, how did they manage to leave him?
Are you sure they left? Except the wife, because the wife was physically abused.
Mara, even her, if the tongue was sweet enough, she could have gone back even after. How many people have been physically abused but they stayed? So we can't say this guy is titanium. Once you realize how sweet somebody's tongue is, like Tabo Besta, we can all see the danger when we are looking at Tabo Besta. So we try to stay away because, I can't judge Nandipa because I know if I come any closer, the way this guy's tongue is so sweet from the distance, if I get in there and the door is locked, I know I won't survive. So I'm not saying, Mina personally, I'm not saying that the guy's tongue is not sweet, but I'm just saying, Wuti, you also played a part. You know, that's what I'm saying. Sisterhood from this side where I'm sitting is nice from where I'm sitting. Sisterhood is proud of you because you are better than a divorcee. I'm sitting down and I'm taking notes. I'm taking notes, my sister.
No, I'm the worst, Shema. I know.
But at the same time, sisterhood is not proud of you for the fact that you are coming with an excuse. The guy's tongue is sweet. My sister, many guys' tongues are sweet in South Africa. People didn't stay as long as you did. So while you are busy mastering the art of revenge, also master the art of leaving people with sweet tongues. But hey, it's all love from my side too. I just love the fact that you know what, you know right and wrong, and you can stand your ground. And I do believe you'll never end up in Gingrikan ever again because you can handle this thing. I trust you with yourself. That's basically what I'm saying.
I trust God in myself.
He's the one who is sending you for it.
I trust God in myself.
Onki, you are the president, ba?
All I'm saying is that no matter how small or no matter how big a situation is, a victim is a victim. Whether they scratch you with even if they say food tech, you're still a victim.
Wait. What type of victim are you? Because you are a victim, but you are out here seeking revenge and you are getting it and you are winning. So when it's now even, are you still a victim? When you have both victimized each other? When you settle the score, when you don't wait for karma, you go fetch the karma yourself. Are you still a victim? Because you're a shy girl.
You see, I haven't even done it. I haven't done it.
But I trust you. I know you're gonna do it.
Not to do it.
My sister, I know you're gonna do it. Don't let me down.
I might not because
I
believe in karma.
Finish what you started.
You must do it.
My sister, finish what you started.
No, I've always known the information.
Yeah.
I'm very calculative. I've always had the information. I had it from 2024. Now it's 2026. So you think I would just lay it off like that?
My sister, do it.
It's being calculative that when somebody does something at the end, or maybe I might do it when he feels like he's getting married or all that. Expose him with all the things that he has done.
All I want to say is I love you.
It doesn't have to be now. I can do it while I've healed because everybody that does something to the next person, or my karma might work before I even do it.
But you are my womanhood is very proud of you. Sisterhood is proud of you. You know that, ne?
Even though you're mocking me, but I get it.
I'm not mocking you, babes. I'm
Why
really.
are you smiling like that?
No, like I'm so proud. The thing is, I agree we are on a public platform and I have to be a serious human being and people think they take me seriously. People take me seriously, my sister. So imagine I'm proud of these things that you are about to do or you've done in the past on a public platform. If the cameras were off, I was going to be giving you high fives and everything. I'm trying to contain myself, basically. That's what I'm doing. But Sisterhood is very proud of you. And I mean,
I think people don't understand. Sorry, people don't understand. They're thinking that whatever's happened in 2024. No, it started in 2024. It ended last month. So yes, I'm still gonna talk like this because it's still fresh. But the moment let's say that.
Yeah.
The moment and everything, trust me, I might forget about him and move on. I have lots of VMs, even from my ex-husband, apologizing even today. Because
no, my sister, this
karma is karma.
No, this one, don't let him go, my sister. Go forward. We support you. No, we want you to do what you do best. He deserves to have a taste of his own medicine. Karma is going to take too long.
You never know. My karma hits twice. I was my ex-husband. But yeah, it's one of those.
Well, you're a bigger person than me. Imagine, the old me, I never even did revenge. Imagine.
And then you cry by yourself or you let it go. And you say,
sister, it took me 4 years to heal. Imagine.
That's what happened.
It took me 4 years to heal.
And somebody said earlier on, I have to say this, sorry. Somebody said this, Kuti, men go for what they want. Why is it women, Tina, we always, settle? You know, they are greedy people, those people. A person that most men, not all, I know a lot of guys that are very sweet, have nice families and all that. But most men, especially men that are like now, like our age group, 40s, they're going through a midlife crisis. We are more successful than they are.
They're frustrated.
They are frustrated. And when they find a very independent woman, me, I'm very independent. It's just I'm not a person that likes showing everything off. I'm very independent in everything. That's why mentally, spiritually, and I thank God I have boys as my kids, because one thing I'm teaching them is how to behave around women or little girls that they in their school and so forth in their society. But I feel like men, they are so frustrated that when you come as a woman and you present yourself and you show how emotional intelligent that you are, how smart you are, how your household is as a single woman or single parent, they feel so intimidated. And then they'll crush you in anything that they find wrong. Just one. It could be your body. It could be the way you dress. It could be your car that you're wearing. You're driving, sorry. It could be the area that you live in. And somebody will say, I think you can do better than that. And then you will start to question yourself in some things. Guys, this thing, it has stages when a man just drains your self-esteem just because they're not in the level that they should be.
It's the frustration.
So they get so frustrated, and then you become Pelamaje. It's like it's a yo-yo kind of a thing. Guti, as women, I mean, imagine so many women in this platform. What is going on with men?
Yeah.
We cannot all have different. We all can come in those platforms and talk about the same thing, which is hurt, regardless of what type of hurt. We can't be talking about the same thing over and over and over again. What happened? What is it that our grandfathers or our fathers did differently to what they're doing? So that's the only thing.
I hear you, my sister. I hear you. I wanted to read Eva's comment. That's the thing. They can do them. How about we learn how to do us? Yes, they can do them. With the little resources that they have, Shem, our poor age mates, they are doing themselves. They're making sure they use those little resources they have to their best capacity. And we're out there running after them. So we can also do the same. We can learn from them.
Yeah.
But thank you so much. Thank you so much, my darling. We love you, love you, love you. And we appreciate you. Very proud of you. I can't express. I'm probably going to call my friend Kamogelo when we're done with this live to detox, because I usually do that. And I'm going to be talking about how she must fast forward the live and come and watch what you said and how proud I am. But thank you so much, my love. We've got Carol. I think I'm going to have to let go of Sinki and Ongine just so that I can create space for more people. What do we have? You guys, today. Hi. So many requests, guys.
Can I say something before I go?
Yes, my darling.
I'm saying, with Ongi, am I bitter for me to enjoy the revenge part because I'm so excited?
You are very bitter, my sister.
I'm so happy. I think I don't have anything to say. I think she has all this under control.
Like,
I don't have anything to say to her.
Thank you very much.
She's got it.
Like I said, yes, that's exactly what I said. Ori, you know what? I trust her with herself. I trust Ori. This one, she can go walk into the lion's den and she will come back. You know, even though, you know what? I trust that she will definitely come back. But yeah, thank you so much, Sinki, my darling. I'm going to have to let you go just so that we can create space for other people to come in and share. Who wants to say what? We've got Carol. Carol, my darling, talk to us.
Hi, Madam Speaker. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you? I want us to have more people on the live. I'm good, thanks. How are you, Carol?
I'm okay. I just don't know where to start because even the thought of sharing my story, I'm not sure if it's something that it's okay to do or not because I've been gaslighted a lot. So it's a little bit difficult for me to...
You gaslight yourself?
No.
Okay, maybe let me just give you a chance to share a bit of your story so that I can get the context of what you're saying.
I'm actually going through a lot, so I don't know which part of my story I should share so that I just can be able to keep it brief and short.
Okay.
Because it's a lot.
Okay, let me start here. How are you today? How are you feeling?
I don't know. Maybe that's because I'm on ashwagandha. So
you're nonchalanting. You're ashwagandha-induced nonchalant.
I would say that because I don't know how I'm actually feeling. If you, as much as you're asking me that, if another person were to ask me that question tomorrow morning, I don't think I'll be knowing how I'm feeling currently.
What made you take ashwagandha today?
Today, it's because I feel like I'm no longer able to cope without it because
initially when you took it, what were you trying to cope with? What were you trying to get it to help you to cope with?
My breakup and the loss of my baby.
Okay, which came first? Sorry about the loss of the baby. Which came first?
And the loss of my baby came first.
Okay.
And then the breakup followed a month after the loss of my baby.
Would you say that the breakup was caused by the loss of the baby Or you
No,
saw it
it was
coming?
not. It was just a decision that I took. I was in a relationship of 3 years with this guy. So I'm a 24-year, turning 25 this year.
Okay.
Good year, final year, go University of Limpopo currently.
Okay.
So I came to Limpopo, and then I found myself in a relationship with this guy. At the beginning, everything was so smooth, it was fine. I don't know what happened, but there was no consistency in everything. Everything changed, but I didn't see it coming. I thought maybe that is what was happening. Okay. And then it happened that 2023, that was the first time he started beating me. I remember because I'm also a makeup artist. It's my side hustle since I'm an independent young woman. So during graduations, I usually get busy and I don't have time for my phone and attending to text and all of those things, or to socialize per se. So this day, it happened that he came to my space and then he found me in my room.
Okay.
I just knocked off. It was around 11 p.m. I just finished with my last client. And then he came so aggressively, so asking me why I'm not taking up or picking up his phone calls and whatsoever. I tried explaining, but then I was not given a chance to do that. And then the first slap came. I couldn't even cry because I was so shocked. So shocked. Okay. The third, fourth, fifth, at the same time, still slaps. And then still I was not crying. I think that frustrated him that I'm not crying. And then he started strangling me, pushing me to the corner of the wardrobe. Until I urinated, like I peed myself. That's when he left. And then, mind you, I was supposed to wake up at 1:30, prepare for a 2 a.m. client for makeup. And then now I'm on bruises. My body is painful. And now I'm supposed to explain to clients why I'm so bruised and whatsoever. So I had to put makeup on, have mask, glasses, all those things. Unfortunately, I cannot do makeup with glasses on, trying to hide scars and whatsoever. So I was in a friendship with this young lady. And then after she saw that, the following day, she was like, it's either you are leaving this guy or this friendship of ours ends. She's saying that after the guy came and apologized to me, bought me flowers, sweet thing, that's nice. You can think of.
Yeah.
And now that I'm realizing it, that was the only time I was experiencing romance coming from him. Whenever he did something wrong to me, that is the only time I were to experience romance. Okay. Finally forgave him. I chose him. I ended the friendship with my friend. Then that's that. Time went by. 2024 now. I got pregnant. I got pregnant. When I got pregnant, I found out after my birthday that on my birthday, his mother and his family took me out on a lunch date. So we went out together.
Okay.
Okay, we enjoyed. Everything was so cool. We came back, went to my space. 2 weeks after, I found out that he was cheating. For the first time ever since I was with him, because we were so transparent, especially when it comes to phones.
Yeah.
We didn't have that thing. Maybe you are not allowed to touch my phone and stuff.
Yeah.
And then when I found out that, I was like, why are you doing this? And he said, it's because your hormones are so controlling you. I can't deal with you right now.
Okay.
And he apologized because I was so stressed. And I told him that I'm Okay, I was admitted to hospital of Manguing. Oh, I'm sorry to disclose. It's fine. I, and then
But anyway, we already know you're in TEF, so Mangwing, TEF, math, the math
yeah.
is mathy.
All right. So then I went to the hospital. When I came back, I told him that I was told that I was supposed to do a cervical cerclage because the baby is under distress, and so to prevent miscarriage from happening, I have to do a cervical cerclage. So cervical cerclage kubo fa pupelo.
Yes.
To those who don't understand belly. So, and then they did that procedure. I don't think it was done properly or what so not, because fast forward again, January 2025, on this 4th of January, I lost my baby. He only lived for 20 minutes and then he passed. His family came at my space to bury the baby and what so not, and then I came back with them because I was opening schools were opening soon. And then I went back to my space after healing. Fast forward, now I was healed, and then he bit me again for the second time. So bad. Outside my residence, I was helped by these other gents that were staying in my res.
Okay, and what was he beating you up for now this time around?
This time around, it was because I went to watch Sundowns was playing Go Stadium. I no longer recall what it was playing with. There was a match.
Yeah.
So he's not a fan of soccer, and I'm a fan of soccer. And then, so he said, I came back late. Ibola kudala iphelile.
Yeah.
Fast forward. Oh, there's something that I want to bring in the picture that I cannot tell my family about all these things that are happening to me because, okay, first I don't have parents.
Okay.
And then the only family that he knows is my grandparents, my aunts and uncles and stuff. So every time when we were at my space, he would love bomb me to a point whereby if I were to tell my family that all these things are happening, they wouldn't believe me because they know the side of him. Like he would give my family members money. The last time he was there, he gave my grandmother
Typical narcissistic behavior.
1.6.
Yeah.
Yes. So, okay, fast forward, he beat me that day and then he apologized. I forgave him. I don't know why, and I didn't see it coming. I never thought I was going to be in a relationship where I'm abused and I normalize it. And not leave the same
At such
time.
a tender age, Nkosi yami. Yo.
Exactly. And then fast forward again. I or what's happening Ghana. I got pregnant again. Before I got pregnant, there was a time where he bit me. He fractured my ankle. My ankle got fractured. Yeah. Ew.
While you pregnant?
Day, pardon?
While
no,
you pregnant?
Before
you got
I was
pregnant?
pregnant. Before I was pregnant. And then I decided to go, no, I no longer want you. And then sharp. 2 weeks after that, I found out that I was pregnant. Then that's the reason I went back to him. Mind you, hence, remember I said I'm independent. My independency comes from that thing. I'm not supported by any of my family members. I'm in the University of Limpopo right now because of my educators that were assisting me during my high school time.
Yeah.
So that's that. To a point that my family don't even know what I'm studying at the moment or which level I'm doing.
So you have no support at all?
At all, and my siblings are so young. Not really young, but they are young. They are in high school now. And then I got pregnant. So when I was pregnant, I was supposed to do a cervical cerclage again. Okay, I did that cervical cerclage again. Unfortunately, I think it didn't work. again, I went to the hospital this year. It was 27th of January. I was admitted. And then when I got there, they told me that I'm having an irreversible miscarriage. Okay, then another doctor came and then he said, no, we can do an emergency cyclage. And then they took me to theater. They did me an operation, but yeah, the cyclage. And then 2 days after, another doctor came and Sona, and then he was like, oh, the cyclage seems as if it was not successful because your membranes are bulging. You will be in labor soon. I went to labor and then I was supposed to enjoy the pain of the surgical cyclage being removed because now I'm in labor. I gave birth, the baby lived. After being told that the baby is going to die either way, but she lived. And then she lived. And then she was admitted on neonatal ward. After I was being discharged, I stayed on Mother Lodger. It's a space more the hospital where mothers of kids that are babies that are being admitted stay there. Oh, that place is it's a prison on its own. But okay. On the sixth or seventh day, my baby passed. And then I phoned my not I don't want to say my mother-in-law, but the mother of my ex-boyfriend, because at the moment I felt like she was the one supporting me, because ever since, remember, I got in the hospital from the 27th of January until the 3rd or the 5th of February, none of my family members have ever called me, but they knew that I was in the hospital because my mother-in-law had called them and informed them. And I also did that to my aunts.
Guys, please refrain from using crying emojis, guys. Yesterday's live was banned by TikTok because we were having crying emojis. Please refrain from using crying emojis. Rather use something else. Use heart emojis when you are feeling pain, not crying emojis. Please proceed, my sister.
So I told my aunt about this situation. The aunt that I told, it's my mother's sister, the youngest sister. So I thought we had this relationship. I thought we were close. I thought she's going to be different from others. Okay, fine. No, Liena, she showed no interest. Okay, fine. On the 6th day, my baby passed. And then I had to wait for my mother-in-law to come in the hospital and my baby daddy to... And I was told that I'm not going to be discharged because the baby is not going to be buried or to be cremated in the hospital. I have to bring my own funeral parlor.
Let me look close.
And then my boyfriend did that. We did that actually. We made sure that we pay for everything. We did a small funeral and everything. Cool. My family didn't come even to the funeral or even ask what happened or ganjani.
Do you have parents?
I don't. My mother passed on 2015. I was doing great. 2015 years, and then my dad passed on when I was 2 months old. So yeah, that's that. So now, the reason I broke up with my partner recently, it's because like I felt like it's not that I felt, but in a way I did a self introspection because I started feeling like this is not the life that I want for myself. I'm so young to experience all this. he would gaslight me to a point where I would even think maybe I'm the one who's crazy. Maybe I'm asking too much, even though I'm not. I'm not even asking anything. The only thing he would do is to borrow money from me, and he never brings it back. He owes me a lot. Because if I was not going, if Aruka and I don't give it to him, he would manipulate me and to say, or blackmail me and to say that I'm not being supportive. Oh, especially he used to borrow money, especially after he, let's say maybe he saw that I had many clients maybe that day and what so not, and then he knows my prices and stuff.
So he would calculate how much money you made.
And then he'll start calculating, oh, you did lashes, or your lashes are from 350, you had 4 clients, or maybe you did this much, then and now I started saying no. So mind you, when I was pregnant this January, I was staying Kahabo because I was not fit to stay alone.
Yeah.
So I stayed there, and when it was my time to move out, he was like, we should stay together. And I've been running away from that since last year. I was like, oh no, I made excuses. Finally this year I was like, okay, no, let's go stay together since you're saying it's okay for us to do that. I'm just highlighting here and there. And then we came to this space, we stayed together. Mind you, we see everything together 50-50. Because mind you, I was staying Kores, we have been given a bread, 3/4 bed, and you can't go with it, it's not yours. So we were supposed to start afresh, buying bed, stove, microwave, everything. Except for a fridge because I had. So now he was like, now currently I don't have money. I gave my mom this amount. So would you please get this and this and this? I will give it to you. And now as I was under the pressure of leaving his space because I was no longer feeling comfortable. I mean, like I felt like I overstayed my welcome.
Yeah.
Because now I feel, especially after I had found my mother-in-law and my sister-in-law gossiping about me. I've heard them 3 times. So I was like, I'm no longer comfortable here. I really need to move. So, and then when we came here, I bought the bed. I bought the stove. Bought the microwave. So now it's like, I no longer have money. I bought everything. At least get groceries then. Because when your family house, it's here. You can eat anytime when you want. Now I just cannot go there. And then he was like, no, I don't have money. And now I was like, I can't buy takeaways every day. I have to make a plan. At this time, he comes, regular alcohol. I was so mad. I took that alcohol, guy drew lago zinking, and then he got mad. And I went out and told him how I felt. Like I felt like I was exploding that day, because usually when I tell him about how I feel, he would dismiss my feelings or invalidate me and say, you are dramatic. You like drama, you like complaining. Why would you want to complain every time? Uthanda ukukhuluma when I don't like me, like I see. What did he say? I want to quote him exactly. He said, awunabo ubumbokodo. Like you are not strong enough. Like you feel too much. You feel too much. And I was like, no, how can you say that and this and this and that? And then he was like, I forget sometimes that you have feelings. Like, so that day we went to sleep. Gala next to him, he just slept, kept quiet, like there's nothing happening. I'm asking him, so now I'm going to sleep without eating. When are you ate? When are you going to eat? I haven't ate during the day. Am I supposed not to eat now? And I was like, well, let's go. Or he said, just order, then I'll pay for the delivery. And I was like, you know what, just leave it. And then we slept. Tomorrow morning, I woke up. I went to Mall of the North. I was like, let me just go get myself groceries. And then he sent 600 rand. He sent 600 rands. Yo. And then I asked him, like like we are starting everything afresh. What am I going to get? Got 600 rands.
Yeah.
And then I had to add from my money. I'm starting to take from my savings now. I bought everything that I felt like I needed. And he came back. He didn't say anything. Mind you, we had a week staying together now. From that day, we never spoke. I felt like 2 weeks without saying anything to each other. It felt like we are roommates. Until this one Saturday, I was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm done. I took my diary. I wrote this long letter to him. I packed all his clothes. I put them on top of the couch and the sitting room, and I locked the bedroom because it's more like an apartment-like room. House this place. And then he came and read that letter and took his clothes and just wrote, "I'm sorry for not loving you the way you wanted to be loved." And he left. And he left. 2 days after, I called him because now I'm starting to feel like, what if what I did is wrong? What if I no longer find myself in a good relationship? What if this? What if this? And then I called him. He was like, "Hi, hello. Please explain to me what I did to you. I mean, like, I didn't do wrong to you. I never cheated on you. I never did anything wrong to you. Why were you treating me so ill?" And then he was like, "Oh no, I feel like you have a certain way that you need to be loved, and I can't love you the way you want." I was like, okay. But I feel like you need to explain to me, unlike just to live as in if this relationship never meant anything to you. Yeah. He was like, "I'll call you back later." 5 hours went by, he never called. I called again. I was like, please, can I see you? He was like, okay, after I'm done doing this, I'll pass there. I'm almost done. I was like, okay. I bet her 12 Bushiho, he never came, he never texted or anything. It's fine. Since that day, I've never seen him, I've never texted him, I've never said anything. So now I'm at a space whereby I feel so lonely. I feel so lonely because I don't have friends, because he didn't want me to have friends from the beginning. Every person who was trying to be a friend with me, he would see things that are wrong, and Angela, the way those people are not okay. And then that friendship won't last. I am alone, and I'm asking myself, what is to happen? What is going to happen next year? If maybe I'm graduating, who's going to be there? All those things, because my plans were with him inside. So now I'm like, what am I going to do?
Are you done?
Yeah, I feel like I'm done. So I'm taking ashwagandha, of which I feel like it's helping at the moment.
Okay, cool. It's fine. I'm going to be a big sister you never had, ne?
Yeah.
And I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I'm just going to tell you how it is, with the hope that from here going forward, it's going to help you build or rebuild your life. Before I even ask, do you attend therapy? Do you attend any therapy of some sort?
I tried.
Okay. And how did that go?
It was last year. I felt like it was not working for me.
No, I think you were not ready yet, maybe. because sometimes therapy, you need to really be ready to open up and accept, and you know. So if you are still having hopes of relationships that are broken, working out, and all of that, you will not want to hear the truth. So, but it's fine. I would still advise you that if there's a chance for you to go to therapy, because I do know that certain institutions actually do offer that, please consider taking it. Number one, this is me now being a big sister you never had. Number one, I always say this, my sister. I don't know if you've ever heard me on any video saying this. I always say a relationship is not a hospital for your brokenness. Have you ever heard that? Have you ever heard me saying something like that?
Yes, yes.
Do you know what I mean when I say relationship is not a hospital for your brokenness?
I don't fully understand it.
Okay, so as people, as children, we've got traumas. Sometimes traumas are caused at home, sometimes at school, sometimes just in the journey of life. We accumulate traumas as children, as adults. Even today, I've got traumas of a previous relationship and all of that stuff. So as a human being, you are designed to absorb. So as a child, as you're absorbing the traumas, because you don't know how to fully express yourself and you don't know what to do, you keep absorbing and absorbing and absorbing. And when you grow older, you start now, all of that traumas that you have absorbed, you start now living that, a way for them to get out. They create a void in you where you try to find things to cope with. You try to find people to actually come and fill the voids that you have because of the traumas that you accumulated growing up. So what I mean when I say that a relationship is not a hospital for your brokenness, because you are coming with your own traumas, you are coming with this thing where you feel like you are not loved. You are coming with this thing where you feel like, nobody cares about me, my family doesn't care. So what you need is not a relationship, you need a hospital, right? You need a hospital where you are going to heal those wounds, the wounds of mother wounds, father wounds, the fact that there's nobody who loves you or nobody who shows you love or somebody who shows you support from home, which is the one place that is supposed to protect us from a young age. So because you don't have that, the only thing that is closest to making you feel good, that actually excretes that feel good hormone, is when somebody tells you that they love you, when somebody actually has sex with you and they make you climax. So the only thing which is as close as possible to feeling good that you are exposed to as somebody who's got traumas is having a romantic relationship. So what you end up doing as a person who's coming into a relationship with a trauma, you end up burdening the person that you're in a relationship with so much that, like umurwalo, you understand, Carol, my sister, umurwalo to this guy, umurwalo to his family, to a point where even when he beats you up, the reaction or a normal reaction of a person is that you are supposed to know your worth enough to leave. But there's nothing that pisses off a person than somebody that they show them that they don't love them because they are frustrated, they don't know what to do with you, to a point where you end up tolerating that. So the more you tolerate it is the more they resent you. So I can tell you now that your boyfriend checked out of your relationship a long time ago. And one of the reasons why you became a thing that he's not attracted to anymore is your lack of self-love. You have showed to love him more than you love yourself because of the feel-good hormone that he gave you when he was with you, which is something which is the closest thing to a good feeling that you've ever had, because you never received that when you were growing up. So sometimes you would think that when you show a person a lot of love, they're supposed to love you back in return. They're supposed to reward you by loving you back. But when you are showing love to somebody who actually sees that you lack love in yourself, they end up resenting you. So you are one person that you really showed self-neglect, and you really showed lack of self-love to a point where this guy ended up having to resent you. So you became a burden to this guy. You have burdened him to a point where he's tried everything in the book to get rid of you, but he couldn't get rid of you because we're not the only thing close to love that you know is having him around, is having sex with him, is hearing the words that he loves you, is him buying you flowers. There's nothing, you are not familiar with love. So one thing that I can tell you for sure is that you don't know what is to love somebody, because what you think is love that you have for him, it's you crying for love that you lack for yourself or you were never given as a child. So that is the reason why you held on to you for your dear life to this guy, even when he showed you so many times that he was tired of you not loving yourself, to a point where he started resenting you for not loving yourself. He started beating you up. He started mistreating you, but you still held on to him. So you frustrated this guy by your lack of self-love. So the problem right now, I want you to look at it as not this guy. Yes, this guy has been a terrible human being, but you have been an enabler of this terrible behavior that he's been showing you. And the reason for that is because of your lack of self-love. Because I believe that if you felt anything close to love growing up, you never would have tolerated the type of abuse that he gave you. So meaning that you would not have been available, you would not have availed yourself. I said this to the previous speaker or the previous guest that sometimes you have to avail yourself for somebody to actually perform. When somebody gets on the stage and they want to show you their true colors, they want to show you what they're capable of, the only way for them to continue showing you who they truly are or how capable they are of abusing you is when you avail yourself for the abuse. It's when you enable the abuse by saying, I am here and I'm going to take it all. And I want to explain to you that even in your last conversation that you had with this guy, where you asked him, what is it that is wrong with him? What is it that is wrong with me? What did I do to you? You were trying to play a trick with him, a manipulation trick with him, where you wanted him to feel bad for leaving you and hoping that somehow it's going to turn his heart. But this guy has already seen you for who you truly are, and it's somebody that does not love themselves. And you have really made it his problem that he must carry the burden of loving you because you lack self-love. So I want you to understand that there's a place where you are going to start to heal from the things that you lacked, that you really burdened this boy with, to a point where he was so frustrated with you that he could do whatever with you, and when he was done with you, he could leave you like that. So I need you to understand that what you are feeling for this boy is not love, my sister, because you are not familiar with it. Because if you cannot give it to yourself, then you surely cannot give it to somebody else. So meaning that what you are feeling is void, it's void because you don't know what to call it. You start calling it love. So you start calling it love for other people. You see, once you get to a point where you love somebody more than you love yourself, my sister, that is not love. You need healing. You don't need somebody to appreciate you back by loving you back. You are a danger to yourself. You have been a danger to yourself for the longest time. And how it reflects on the outside is you being too desperate, is you trying to hold on even when you can see that it's not working. It's you trying your best to make a relationship work because this is the only thing that you have closest to love as possible. You understand? The only thing as close to love as possible that you know is somebody buying you flowers, is somebody laying you down, is somebody doing body to body with you. That is the closest thing that you know to love. And I want you to know that that is not love. And you are going to go on a journey of self-love. There's going to be layers and, oh, my sister, there's going to be layers and layers and layers of healing of so many wounds that you're going to have to heal. And all of those wounds that you are going to heal, they are going to help you understand that whatever it is that you were lacking, you are not going to get it from a boy. You are not going to get it from anybody. Even if your mother was to wake up right now and come back to life, you are not going to get it from her. All of it is going to come from yourself. All of it is going to come from yourself. And I need you to understand that I saw some people saying you must continue taking the ashwagandha and all of that stuff. I'm not a medical person. I just want to put it out there that I'm not medically qualified to advise anybody with the medication and all of that stuff. But one thing that I know about medication that people take to suppress their emotion is that it doesn't deal with the problem. It just numbs the pain. But the problem is still going to be there. So you are still going to, whether you like it or not, you are still going to have to get to a point where you are intentional to say, listen, I have no choice. I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. And the only way out for me is to intentionally choose to heal. And these are the things that I'm going to layer out for you that you are going to heal from, that will get you to a point where by the time you are done with your healing, my sister, you will realize, oh, this boy didn't even barely touch the surface or scratch the surface of what you think is pain, what you think is hatred, what you think is loving someone. You are going to go all the way back to that child. I don't know how old you were, or as far back as you can remember when you started absorbing all of these traumas that you absorbed, where you ended up feeling like you are neglected, where you ended up feeling like you are not loved, you are ignored. I'm going to need you to go all the way back there. I'm going to need you to go all the way back there to that time when you started feeling like you are not loved. And instead of you doing what you did, because what you did is you decided that because I lacked love from this age, I'm going to chase love. I'm going to chase love until I get somebody who's going to love me right. And let me tell you something. When you are chasing love from a point of brokenness, you are chasing a shadow, because you are not going to get it. You will keep asking yourself, why does it seem like I attract the same type of people who abuse me, who do this? It's because you have availed yourself of that, because of the traumas that you have, because of the shadows that you are chasing. So you are going to need to go all the way back to that 7-year-old that you started seeing, I'm feeling that I'm neglected, I'm not being loved. And let me tell you something. I said earlier on that even if your mother was to come back from the dead today, she's not going to undo the damage that is already done in you. Guess who's going to do the damage that is done in you? Guess who's going to fetch that 7-year-old where she started feeling neglected and started absorbing the traumas to bring her to this woman that you are today? Guess who's going to do that? You. It's not your mother, it's not your sister. Even if 10 therapists come here and talk to you, and like I was asking, do you attend therapy? For as long as you are not going to get up and go fetch that little girl, it's not going to happen. So I'm going to need you to write some of these things down, okay? I'm going to need you to really just intentionally say my healing journey or how to heal. And I want you to understand that right now, you're not going to start with healing from the loss of the child. You're not going to start from healing from a breakup. You're going to start healing from your traumas. You're going to heal that little girl. And you are going to capacitate that little girl so much that with all the other things that you have to heal from, as you are progressing with it, you are going to progress with it, knowing very well that you've done the background work. You have done all of the healing. If you feel like I love the fact that you're an independent woman who's working for herself. There are certain things that as a child, you lacked, and because your parent is not here to give you those things anymore, you're going to have to give yourself those things. I love it when I take my kids out and when I do things for my kids, and I also do things for myself, because I'm also trying to heal the girl child in me. Yes, I try to heal the girl child in me by doing things for my children, but I also do for myself the stuff that I wish that my parents did for me when I was young. So that's where you're going to start. All of the things that you've always wanted, the love that you've always felt like you wanted to have. If you've ever wanted somebody to tell you that you're beautiful, you're going to look at yourself in the mirror and you're going to tell yourself that you're beautiful. All the things that you ever desired as a child, you're going to start buying yourself those things. There's one thing that I do. I take a lot of trips. I love to travel. I love to travel. I love to travel. And the reason why I love to travel is because I spend so much time trying to please other people by buying them things, thinking they will love me back, and all of that didn't work until I took all of my tools back and I started doing things for myself, so that whatever it is that I wanted to feel when people do it for me, by me doing it for them, I did it for myself, and I wanted to see if I will ever feel the gap, or I will ever feel the void that was opened by me wanting certain things and having nobody doing those things for me. So I'm going to need you to go get that little girl. Okay? Yes, it's supposed to be painful. It's supposed to hurt. I would be very worried if it was not hurting. I would be very worried. And I can tell you now, like I said to you, the ashwagandha is going to numb the feelings and all of that stuff. But when you are now opening up and you are ready to heal, not even the ashwagandha can stop you. Not even the ashwagandha can stop you from actually letting it all out, because you've been suppressing it for too long. And I want you to create a safe space for yourself to start your healing journey. So what you are feeling, you are redirecting all of it and you are putting it on a boy, because it makes sense. A lot of us, when we are talking about relationships, relationship, it makes a lot more sense when we are taking our problems, when we are taking our wounds, and we are handing it over to a boy. When we're giving it to a relationship, I went into the psych ward because of a boy. It makes sense, because relationships really are supposed to nyesa us. But if you dig deep into the reason why you are where you are, or you are doing the things you do, or you avail yourself for what you are doing, it's because of the traumas. That's why I'm saying, my sister, you need to take it all the way back. There's a lot of healing that needs to be done. And I'm going to need you to be very, very patient with yourself, and always remember the end goal. The end goal is where you are today. You see where you are today, where you are saying "Kubuhlungu," it's very painful. You are sitting in a point where you don't have family members that love you. You don't have people that love you. You don't have friends. You lost your friends. You are on your own, and you tried your little best to make this relationship work, and it didn't work. So in as much as you are going to fetch the 7-year-old girl, but the end goal is where you are. You're going to get to a point where as you are healing, as you are going, as you progress in life, you will realize that even the friends that you lost, some of them who are good for you, they will be back. You will make more friends. You will literally, if it means that even being by yourself is all you have, you will get to a point where, trust me, you'll get to a point where you are even okay with being by yourself. I think I've done a lot of talking. Is there anybody who is here who wants to say something to our sister?
Hi, Madam Speaker. How are you? I wanted to come through. It's fine.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks. Theo here, going by Modern Rakadi. Mine actually, I don't have a story. But I'll start first by acknowledging Carol's pain. Carol, the tears that you are crying, ubuhlungu that you are feeling, many women have cried those tears. We are standing here today, our pillows have been wet. Our daughters, we had to hide that pain, right? And all in the name of love. Some of us, we cried tears not because we did not understand that it was over, but we carried the burden of the world. So you can imagine when you have to cry because you are thinking of how many people you have disappointed, or how many people you are going to disappoint. So and some of us cried those tears when we are in our 40s, when we had lived, when we had joy, but we still cried. So you are so young. You are so young. You could not have thought everything through. It is life that threw that at you. I'm not relinquishing you of the responsibility, but sometimes it is just your bad luck. And it pains my heart. It pains my heart as a returned soldier, as the world has termed us. It's my heart is breaking when I hear a 24-year-old going through that. I can only imagine that your partner must be under 30. If we have 30-year-olds, if we have 20-year-olds who are making lives of other women so miserable, where are we gonna go? What have we done that is so wrong with our boy children? So I am just it just pains me that every time, Madam Speaker, mine was to thank you. I'm practicing to become a minister of the word. With very little experience, Mjolo. I got married when I was very young, and I had the most beautiful marriage. Even the ending of my marriage left me with no bitterness, with no sadness. And even today, I'm still living with that person, as if, there was never a heartbreak or a breakup. So, and I'm back now on the market, and I did not know the the depth of the pain that people experience all in the name of love. I might have gotten back on this wagon still with the hope and promises of my past, because grace has been so great, has shielded me from so many heartbreaks. I might have gotten back, and I have gotten back. I'm not even going to say I got back and I thought I'm just going to pick up, where I left off, because I'm that good. Our relationship are that good. But through your lives, I've followed you for so many years, but I've never really taken time until this week that I joined your life. And I've learned so much. And it opened my eyes to the realities that people are experiencing, something that I could not have picked it up, because the closest people that I'm with, probably they are hiding their pain from me.
Yes.
They are not exposing this for me. So therefore, I'm not that I'm ignorant, but I am less exposed. And I could be sitting there thinking love is so perfect. I could be sitting and thinking people got themselves into these things. But through your life, I'm learning that there is three sides to this coin. Three sides. There is the world, then there's the two people involved. The influence can I'm from anywhere. You could start, I've heard stories this week of women who started beautifully, but out of nowhere, a curveball get thrown at them. The very same people changes at them. So all I'm just saying, I'm saying, can we sometimes be exposed to such platforms so that tomorrow, just because of this information will not come dropping on my doorstep, I need to go after it. And that is me following platforms like this. If I want to be learned, I must follow learned people. And now, tomorrow, if I'm as a minister of the word, Muruti wa Kereke, tomorrow when a 20-year-old sister comes to me, I am going to be able to relate because my life experience did not give me this. Like I'm saying, I have not even started dating and I've been divorced for 2 to 3 years now. So I'm still an infant. And here is Carol, a 24-year-old who has gotten so much experience than me. And I will be able to relate to the challenges of them through your platform, through this platform that I did not even have to pay for. All I had to do was sit, relax, have a cup of coffee in my bed and listen like a radio. So thank you. Do not tire. We have judged you. We have looked at you. We have said so many things, but sometimes we must be patient with ourselves. In time, this information might not be beneficial for me, but it might be beneficial for my sisters. Now I know that even as I sit on the table, I will be able to look at my sisters and wonder, I wonder what nonsense my sisters are sitting on. Maybe I will be able to ask the right question without probing, and that will lead me or lead them to, because they look at me and think this is such a perfect woman. She's always, and after divorce, hanyala, she's such a saint. But I'll be able to ask questions like this to say, have you ever done this? I'm learning so many things. So I'm saying, well done. It's not even to say thank you. It's well done. What you are doing, you have done well. You have created platforms for Carol to speak. Carol, go counseling again, my sister. Give it a chance again. Speak to someone neutral and go there and cry and speak about each and everything. And listen, one thing I can tell you, I don't know what medicine are you using, but one thing that my therapist, the first therapist that I saw when it was hard, he said, make it a point that you get out of that bed. Otherwise, it's going to swallow you. Get out of that bed. Go out and walk. Go out and go to. Saturdays must never be your rest day if there used to be your rest day, because that rest is different. It's going to be a rest for depression. Get up. Go shopping. Go whatever. Get out of that house. Get out of that bed, because it's gonna caress you. It's gonna welcome you. And today I'm thankful. Whenever I feel the weight of the world, I get up and I go. And once you go out there, you are going to see the world in different light. So my sisters, thank you so much. Thank you for opening up, and may you never tire. May we spread this message to say, this is not about divorce. This is about you. Madam Speaker has divorced a long time ago. She's living her life. So just come and be yourself. Thank you, sisters.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you, Modern Rakhadi. May God bless you. Is there anybody else who wants to speak to our beloved Carol, guys?
Yes, please. Good evening.
Shame, guys. Yazin, can we allow Sips? Can we allow Sips to speak? Shame. Sips has been parked here for donkeys of years. Shame.
Thank you so much. Good evening, ladies.
Hi, darling.
Oh, where do I start? Carol, my love, I'm just gonna be the middle sister after Madam Speaker has spoken. I think we are 4 years apart. I'm 29 and you are 25. And the only thing I can say, most of the things have already been said, but I can only tell you one thing, is that healing starts from speaking out. When you join this live, I'm sure you didn't even know the way you narrated your story. It was very clear in you narrating the story that you're not even ready to speak out. You didn't jot your story in a structure that it appeared. You just explained sequence of events. And that, I'm going to give you a thumbs up on that. Initially, when you started, I had so many questions. And I think when I was listening to you, I felt like there were so many red flags.
all right, that you were there for you to identify. However, your background, how you grew up, you losing parents, you going through the experience of one of your child being buried from the paternal side and no one attending from your maternal side, it shouts that you lack guidance from your maternal side, you lack support from your maternal side, and you are trying to navigate your life alone. It then means that anything that seems like validation in your life, you will think that is what is right in a way. And that made me not to ask so many questions and to either analyze the situation. Because remember, without proper love, without structure, without your family, you lack so many things. And ezinye izinto uhamba ubetheka kuzo because you are trying to navigate life. For me, what I'm going to say to you is that healing is not linear, my love. And in doing so, you also need to take accountability. What was your partake in it? Madam Speaker said something that you need to you need to draft. I just hope you are someone that generalizes things. Because if therapy doesn't work for you, feel like I've been to therapy myself. I felt like medication psychiatrists were working better for me than therapists because therapists say things that you already anticipate they're going to say. So for me, they work for a therapist, so it's not for me. So I understand you saying that it didn't sound like it was working for you because it doesn't work for me too. And my type of depression, my type of coping mechanism is that I think I'm one of those people that I have functional depression. I need to get busy in order for me to not process things. And talking them through, it doesn't assist because I'm still stuck with the situation. So I am not advise what had worked for me. It might not, or you might have to navigate your own way. Going back and drafting down all your traumas, starting from either if you have siblings that are younger than you, it is your responsibility to make sure that they never go through or anything closer to what you went through. It is your responsibility to shelter them, that they don't get to go through, and that will rely on you being able to heal yourself, being able to take the first step into making sure that you are taking accountability of your partake in things. And the nicer thing in life is that you cannot take accountability for the people that did you wrong. That was not you, it was them. So when you are drafting your traumas, list everything that went wrong from your childhood, everything that your partner did that hurt you. You can write it in present tense that this person had me by doing A, B, C, and D. If it's 20, list all the 20. From that 20, you have to account to yourself and say, I enabled A, B, C, D, E, and F. And if you have reasons for that, you can list your reasoning. If in your reasoning, you will find all your loopholes. What made you enable all those things? And in doing so, you will identify ways in which you can pour back to your cup. And the healing journey, unfortunately, it's not a journey where uyancediswa kuyo. It is a journey where you pour into your cup. Each day it will feel like udilulu. But eventually you will look back and realize I've done some work on me. I know this because I've been on the psychiatrist hospital. So when you start the job, in fact, uyadikwa nodikwa ubhala ucima because you feel like, what am I doing here? However, the healing journey is not linear, like I said. You are very young. You are 25. You still have a life ahead of you. You've got so much that you still need to achieve. I am assuming you're still in university, right? Carol?
Yes, I believe she's still in varsity.
Yes.
What year are you doing? Are you doing your second, third? When is your graduation?
I find now.
You're doing your final year. Okay, amazing.
Yes.
So now I want you to do this. I do not want, like, when you are drafting your traumas, how you were hurt by the people that hurt you, and what your partake is in it. I want your fourth your fourth principle, or basically what you have to do, is everything you want to win this year. This includes your studies, what you want to wear for your graduation, who would you like to attend your graduation, and all the marks that you want to achieve. Because by drafting things down, it sets your reality of sticking your mind into that and making sure, and all the things that you want to achieve this year, can you put them, the paper, can it be somewhere visible where you wake up every day and see that? Because that is one thing that is going to drive you towards working on yourself. That is one thing that's going to remind you that the EAT project, everything else is just the past. It's a part and parcel. It does not describe who you are. It does not determine your future. It does not do any of the things that really matter. Because once you suck yourself in that hole, it will be hard for you to go out. And once you've done that, start putting in the work. The work is you focus on yourself. You focus more on your studies. You focus on everything. You are a makeup artist. You said you do lashes. There's students on your campus. Now, from now on, I'm gonna follow you. Push your business. And I can tell you one thing for free. Abantu bayamthanda umuntu that is doing well. You know, when the speaker started off doing the podcast and speaking about into divorce yakhe and everything. Every wonke umuntu wayembona ngathi she's this bitter woman just stepped out of a marriage, and now she doesn't see the whole point of umshado and whatnot, of which that is not what she had done. She was just unpacking all the things that she had enabled in her marriage, and in doing so, she's got a big platform. She has healed. She can have such conversation, and she's doing well. That is why when she started co-parenting and taking pictures with her husband, people felt like, oh, are you going back? And that was not even the case. But now the project was the kids. The kids need both parents. It doesn't mean that people cannot coexist just because they have differences. Same goes for you. Is that our past do not determine us. And if you still keep yourself in that pet peeve of hate, anger, and abanye abantu abakhathali futhi, then sometimes there's that thing says kuthiwa karma, guys. In a nutshell, karma kenziwa nguwe. Akwenziwa zizinto ezazenzeke kuwe. It's just God doing his job. It could be that even that karma has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with the person's character and what they've done. In a different type of person. I know ones are now, okay, I love to see the work unfold of them losing themselves and whatnot, but they're not even losing themselves for you, Abantu, because you had a partake in it. So even karma should not be your main focus. It should come to you by chance, by God's grace. And I understand that people that believe in revenge, good for them. But in doing so, there's also work put in that person in doing the revenge, which sometimes, because after the revenge, you still need to move on. Unfortunately, one way or the other, you need to detach yourself from the problem. You need to detach yourself from anything that does not serve you, so that you can become a better person and a better version for yourself. You have got a job ahead of you. You've got a future ahead of you. You've got your graduation. I want next year, if your graduation was December this year or next year, we come back to you and celebrate you for you. And I want you to write, this is what I'm saying, write all those wins down. I want you to say, when you have all those wins, I want you to come back to the very same platform and say, I have passed my certain modules with distinction and I wrote it down, and now it is my reality. No way! Yeah! You figured out where he is? Yeah, well, it's okay that you cry. Lila Mdasekai, it's fine, Lila. And the other thing you'll realize when you start working on yourself, the people that you really need in your life will start being attracted to you, and they will start being for you. Abantu abayithandi chaos. Even when you start doing well and people feel like you're getting a job in a linear apartment, they start commenting on your content because you're doing better. Yeah. Right now, you're just a wrong person. But when you work on yourself, even the people that are on this live today, they will pick up from the pictures without even you opening your mouth that you are now doing better. Yeah. There's nothing that beats working on yourself, or as hard as it is, my love, there's nothing that beats working on yourself. And sana, but in a nutshell, there is like a very impactful way in smaller steps. So for me, I want you to cry it out, jot it down, focus, to write down your traumas, like Madam Speaker has said. However, it shouldn't end there. What matters is your tomorrow.
Yeah.
And your tomorrow start in smaller scale of what you want to achieve this year. And I want in December or anytime you come back on this platform, whether in your platform, I'm gonna start following you from now. I'm a new follower on your platform. I want to see the work. Your business should be posted, things that really matter, that are gonna bring money on your account. Yourself showing out happy. If you're not happy, it's fine. Fake it till you make it. Eventually, it will catch up with you. You will start to feel like they knew you, and you'll start to feel lighter. And once people want happy people, no complain, I am the trainer because I'm going through my own things and I still show up.
Yeah.
And in that way, you will realize that everything you've lost, you are going to multiply in the future because you have become a better version of yourself. And now you can navigate any mistakes that you said. Forgive yourself, especially for things that are not in your control. Forgive yourself. Anything in your control, also forgive yourself, but take accountability of making sure they never happen again.
Yeah.
Zingaze ziphinde zenzeke. You ubethwa mayingaziphinde yenzeke ngesikhathi itsho umuntu esaqala uba sondishawuta because wandishawuta uzandibetha okanye suthetha kanje nami okanye your body language shouts otherwise, and for those reasons I'm triggered and I will step out.
Yeah.
No one should alter the words. And amadoda, when they want to hurt you, in most of many relationships of people that have been abused, men have made people feel like they're stupid, they're not women enough, they're not sexy enough, they're not smart enough because they strive. Amadoda strive in chaos and making sure they dismantle you to a point where you start believing that is bullshit. That is bullshit. That is why bullies strive. Only bullies because they are there trying to make you feel like you are nothing.
Yeah.
So it's gonna hurt. Step out, my love. I know this. I've been here. Bye, Felicia.
Yeah.
So work on.
Okay. Oh, Tabs has entered the chat.
Yes.
Tabs has entered the chat. She muted Sips. Okay, Sips, my darling. Thank you very much. I think because we're going to have to wrap up now, guys. I have to get to other things. But I think if everybody who is here, unfortunately, we're not going to allow more people in. Let's do guys, I'm very consistent and I keep my promises in 2026. So if we have to repeat the same thing tomorrow at 7 again, let's do it. But for now, I think the people who are here on the panel, Tabs, you can give them the timer and then let them speak if they want to speak to my sister Carol. And then if there's anybody who is here who wants to share their story, can we reschedule it to tomorrow, please? I'm humbly begging in the name of the Lord.
Hi, Carol. Oh, how are you, love? Okay. So recently, for me, I just passed a heartbreak day before Valentine. Yeah, surprise. I cried my story out. But let me tell you something. One thing that I realized these days about the men that we are having, or about the sons that we are giving birth to, we are giving birth to sons that they are broken. It's not about you, bruh. It's not about you. Just that we are becoming victims of sons that we are giving birth to, that they are broken, that they are mommy's babies, and that they don't want to be men. They are just men because, yes, they are carrying that thing in between their legs. But we are the men, as being women. Them, they are the women. So one thing that I learned recently, I learned to follow my star sign. So one thing that I want to tell you, therapy for me, I tried therapy. Yeah, sometimes it feels like I'm just watching one woman telling this woman my problems, and this person will not even understand the pains that I'm passing through. So my therapy recently, it's myself in the mirror. Look at yourself in the mirror, baby girl, every day. If you wake up, talk to yourself. Put the mirror, have a seat, talk to yourself and talk to the mirror. Tell yourself the worst of the worst. Still turn in that mirror again, tell yourself the good of the good. Still talk to that mirror and say, you know what? I'm beautiful in and out. The past, yeah, I feel like me and you, we align in our past the way that we grew up. Me, I grew up being a maid in my mother's side because I didn't know my dad until I reached 17. So I was that kind of a child that they were changing me. This year, I'm with this uncle. I would do the housework. I would take care of my uncle's kids. And I end up reaching in a part of saying I didn't want to go to school because I was broken, like broken totally. Even now, I'm still broken even now. I don't like to talk about it, but I think one thing that I realize about myself and say, I cannot hide forever. There's some people that they are worse than me. So I'm better than some other people, but I cannot run away from my demons. I need to take a step for me to better myself. So all of these things, I feel your pain. Now you've got, I heard you that you said you did operation. There's a scar in your body that you did not want to see. You did not even plan to have that scar, but it's someone's son that you thought that you love, that at the end of the day, it end up being something else. That is not love again. You end up having a scar that now you are not even with that person again. And those are the things that they pain. They're pain. People, they don't understand that sometimes even if you are crying like this or you're passing whatever that you're passing, it's not about only your past or about your father and your mother. It's all about you removing clothes and being naked and see a scar that you did not give yourself, because this scar came because of love. This scar now, you remain with this scar, and this guy is continuing finding more of victims out there. But from today onwards, love, I don't want to tell you lies. Look at yourself and look at those scars and tell yourself that you are greater than that. You are beautiful no matter what. This guy just came in your life to make you to be more stronger, not to be weak. The tears that you are crying, you're just crying the anger before you carry a knife and stab someone's son. You're just crying that whole anger out. But cry until you tell yourself and say, enough is enough. It's time for me to stand up and clean myself. It's time for me to be that kind of a beautiful girl. I know if it comes to love, bruh, we always look for love in people that they don't love us. I'm still healing until today. I've got my days that I cry. It's not easy. For your own 3 years, you had 2 miscarriages. You lost 2 babies and you are still young. That is a trauma that will remain in your head forever and ever, no matter what. We can give you advice and like, no, don't worry, cry and stand up, wipe yourself, all is well. No, it's not all is well. Sometimes I cry because I don't want to use the word. With this, my relationship, I know how many mistakes that I did, almost 3 that I remove. But every day I wake up and blame myself. I wake up and cry. I wake up and still blame the guy. But sometimes I still blame myself and say, I am the cause of it. But the cause of it because of love. And people, they will not understand. If you love, we love to the fullest. Depends with your star sign. I'm a Libra. I love to the fullest. I balance. So same thing with you. From today onwards, learn to listen to your star signs. Learn to just tell yourself that universe, do the good on me. In anything that you're passing through, don't worry, baby. There's some people that they're passing worse. But take your time to heal. Past is past, yes. Mom and dad, leave them. They are gone. But now you are alive. Yeah. Mind you, do you now. Thank you, my love.
Thank you very much, my darling. We appreciate those words.
Hi, Carol.
Thank you, bless. Hi, Kolo.
I don't really have much to actually say because Madam Speak and all the other ladies, I think they have covered everything. But all I can say is, Nami, I can relate to your story because I'm a late boomer. Ngiqala ukwenza izinto sengimdala, like at the age of 25. Ngahlangana noguy onama-past traumas because of izinto ebezenziwa ubaba wakhe, ezenza nguma wakhe. Unfortunately, I just got tested by what never ended. That's my book I'm currently writing because it's something that ubaba wakhe ayenze nguma wakhe naye now he's doing it to every woman that he meets, ne? So step number one, I think already usuthole wonke ama-advice, ne? And empilweni I always say ukuthi step number one is accepting reality. Reality is that the guy never loved you and it's not your fault ukuthi ukhethe kanje. When you came with pure intentions, ubuzomthanda, you came to build. That's why ukukhulelwa, for you guys to start a family, it's okay, it never happened. uNkulunkulu waziyo maybe why bekwenzeka zonke lezi zinto. So now it's time for you to dust yourself. Uhambe, never look back. Yabo. All I can tell you again, igama lakho unombuso. You need to start living for your name. Igama lakho lithi nombuso kusho ukuthi kumele ubuse wena. Ungavumeli abanye abantu babuse phezulu kwempilo yakho. You need to be umbuso wempilo yakho. Ungavumeli umunye umuntu agcagcame phezulu kwempilo yakho. Be the owner yempilo yakho. Like uthola ama-advice nami I so wish ukuthi hlampe ukube ngaza like forward before. Hlampe I would never been stuck in that situation for all these years. But I'm grateful that I'm here today and I'm also learning while you're also learning. Yabo. So write down izinto. Yes, therapy may never work for all of us the same way, but write down. You'll never know. We process you might find yourself ukuthi you are so far that it can even turn a book and then it can help somebody else. Yes. Somebody else can also learn from your mistakes. Because yes, some are red flags, all of us we see them, but only after certain time then you realize ukuthi yo nami ngihlale after so many red flags. Yabo. Again, you don't have to blame yourself at that time when ubungawaboni, but the moment you see them, walk away. It's okay to walk away. It's never an issue. Yes, kune pain. Yabo nami some days, I think last week I was just on my lowest, bengkhala. I-therapy yami ukuthi I just go to solo dates. I go to solo dates, ngiyoyidlela. Amanye ama-restaurant, they even know me now, mengena, hey, chomi, not because I'm their friend, but because bayangazi, like on my lowest, I'll just order food, ngibona amehlo egcwala inyembezi. And it's okay to be vulnerable in front of other people. I can't even advise me when I'm going through something because I'm a very bubbly person. It's easy to tell when I'm sad, when I'm happy. It's okay, like do everything that will help you to heal. We all heal in different ways. I never wanted to take medication because I feel I get attached to certain things. So I felt I'll always be attached to a medication. And I have people around me like who are going through depression. So when one state stable, then we are to medication. But now maybe it can help you. I'm going to send you something on your inbox. Ne? It's part of it therapy. It's a free session. It's via WhatsApp and also Teams. They will help you. They'll give you free counseling. And then from there, if they feel what's the issue, maybe it's big, then they will transfer you to like, I think Amanyama programs are called. It's free. You can use it. See if it's work for you. Yabo. Sonke samantombazana nganababa. We suffer from daddy issues. The moment you see indoda is you get to attach that male figure because you don't know it. You know, you have never had that conversation with your dad 101 where your dad will tell you, "Mtanam, some love you like they're not meant to last forever. They're just there for a week. So get used to it." Yabo, ukuthi umuntu uthandane naye love boma, gaslighting, and it's fine. It was just a love that was meant to be there for a week. But it's because us now, my daddies, we always go to this man with no man, we understand. But we understand. It's fine, but moving forward, now you know. Now you start a new chapter. From this chapter, where do you go? Focus on your business, focus on your school. A lot of ladies here, Beskuluma City, we're willing to even come on your graduation. Just tell us the time and date. I'm from Pretoria. I'm willing to even drive up. I'll come. But we are family in this group. Yeah. Thank you so much, guys. I love you. I hope you heal this time.
Thank you so much, Sis Nicolo. We really appreciate you. We love you so much more as well. God bless you. Kuselwa.
Hi, ladies.
Hi, darling.
And hi, Carol. Yes, I missed some of Carol's parts of the story because I was still driving and was distracted. Okay. But what I'll say is that I really feel for you and all these ladies that have given you this advice. I hope you have recorded it so that you can play it back if you forget some of the advice. But you really got armed, like with good advice. If you were to take it, it will really, really go a long way for you. And on the reason why I came up, there were a lot of women that were sharing their stories of abuse, and I felt, let me just share what I think us as women need to know and understand about the nature of men and what we are dealing with, because I think we are underestimating what this is. We think it's so light, but we need to understand more. We need to understand ourselves and come to live in harmony with our bodies and understand people, understand men, understand world systems and systems of power like white supremacy, patriarchy, capitalism, religions, and family structures that are the powers, structures around us, so that we know how to navigate the world. Send the choices accordingly, because if you think you are dealing with your peer and yet it's like you are dealing with a lion and you are the gazelle, you will move accordingly if you know how dangerous men, how much they dislike us because they have been trained or conditioned. They are also victims in a way of a bad training. Yokuti, they must look down on women. Even at young ages, they are encouraged to just play around with girls. They are celebrating for having more women and being takers instead of builders. So they have really stepped away from their true nature, and they are encouraged when they do that. They belong. There are no consequences. So if the men that we are choosing are not evolved from cultures and from their upbringings and what society encourages, we are really cooked. And I think the only men that are dateable are men that have evolved they kind of understand even the structures that influence them, therefore influence their manhood. And Nati, we have a responsibility to come to be full women, to heal our own traumas, as you guys were speaking, and to also get to know our own gifts and contribute in life ngendlela efanelekileyo, because if we were to nurture ourselves, we would know what we are, and we wouldn't sell ourselves short. Another thing, though, I don't blame us, because this has been happening to our grandmothers, our mothers, so even our bodies are trained in a way, like one anxiety when you're not being liked, or when you say no, and things like that. Like, women are groomed to be these nice beings with no voices, and therefore when you say no, I need better treatment, you don't even recognize your own voice. And I think we need to kind of entertain that and learn about nervous system and how to regulate your nervous system. Because sometimes women go back to these men, and yes, with their mind, they understand that the man is abusive, but their body is not there. So you need to train the nervous system to agree with what your mind thinks, so that it's easy for you to move away from dangerous situations. I know it's a lot, but but I thought those are some of the things, and they will help us just to understand ourselves, understand the world we live in, understand men and the things that influence the world.
Thank you so much, my darling. We appreciate you. Semi was asking in the comment section if I can organize a camp. If you check my profile picture out, The other phone is about to go off. If you check out my profile picture, you will see we've got a camp that is happening in the Hartebia Sport Dam from the 28th to the 30th of August, 2026. It's one of those camps that I call loving yourself back to life. So I would really appreciate those that if you know you won't make it or you're not even in the country, if you can sponsor. As you can see from these lives that we're doing, that there's a lot of ladies who actually need this type of camps. So please, if you can come, please do come. If your heart, if God has laid it in your heart for you to actually sponsor somebody else that you can see that they actually need to get to this camp, please do sponsor. But definitely the camp is taking place. And obviously, you know, this is it's not the first, this is the fourth Loving Yourself Back to Life camp. But last year I had taken a break the whole year. I was not doing any events. So now I've resumed again and we are just going, you know, there's no stopping. But anyway, thank you so much to our previous speaker. Last but not least, I want to apologize to those who are still requesting to join. We're going to have to move it to tomorrow, guys, and we'll do it same time tomorrow, 7 o'clock. We'll be here. Matsepo Manaka will be closing it off for us before we wrap it up for the night. Matsepo? Matsepo, talk to us, my sister. Okay, I think Matsepo is sleeping on the phone. So then that means we then get to the end of our live for today. Carol, my darling, I believe your sisters have spoken to you. If you want to go get the live all over again and rewatch some of the things and take some of the notes, it's available on YouTube. But I don't know if maybe you are comfortable to say anything in closing before I wrap it up.
Thank you. Thank you to you and everyone.
Okay, you are most welcome, my sister. And I just want to say to every single speaker that has spoken to Carol, and not only Carol, but also with the previous guests who came in to share their stories, thank you so much for joining in. Thank you so much for being a sister's keeper. Thank you so much for your words of wisdom and advice. It goes a long way. I just want to say thank you so much. May God continue to bless you. We will see each other tomorrow. I can see, guys. I see you there in the requests. I know that there are many people who are hoping that they will join in today. I just want to say my deepest apologies for the fact that we cannot get everybody to speak today. Tomorrow, let's continue. Let's take it from where we left off. In fact, we are K2. I'm seeing you now. We will see you tomorrow. K2, please be here 7 o'clock, because we're going to have to take it all the way back to yesterday's live. And I'm so sorry to you, my sister. The live, we got cut while you were still speaking yesterday. And that is because people were using too many crying emojis to a point where the live was banned by YouTube. So it was just banned and it just went off, and then YouTube said live suspended. So I had to appeal. And then after the appeal, it was approved and everything was cleared. So I believe we are safe. But for us to keep being safe, obviously, we're going to have to refrain from using crying emojis so that at least we don't have to have interruptions like we did yesterday. But today, things were better. At least we got to get to the end of the live without it being interrupted. So yeah, let's see each other tomorrow, same time. I know we will never ever finish this news, Bazalwane, we'll never. But one day at a time, there's a big difference that we are making in us just opening this platform for people to share their stories and get a portion of their healing. You know, I said this even yesterday, and I will say today, that whenever you feel like you have something which is called triggers, trigger is a painful thing, but it shows that you have moved. Because if you were still in the same situation, you would just be in pain throughout. But the fact that you feel something called a trigger, it means that you have already moved from the situation. Then you get a reminder of where you were. So don't always look at triggers as something which is a terrible thing. Trigger is also a sign of healing. With that being said, I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining in. God bless you and good night. Mwah. Mwah. Bazalwane bam, abathandwa ndim nanguThixo. I don't know how to